In the beginning of the story, we see a cunning thief named Morris, who was being taken to the world's most secure jail in Alcatraz for a lifetime. Alcatraz is such a jail that is built on a small island in the middle of the sea. That is, even if a prisoner breaks out of the jail, he cannot escape, because the water stops his way ahead. That's why this jail was ranked as the most secure jail in the world. Here, only the top criminals of the world are kept. But soon, the status of this jail was going to be in the dust because now a cunning thief named Frank Morris had entered this jail, who has broken the jail many times before and run away. But this time, Morris was a little scared because this jail was very secure. But Morris did not want to spend his whole life here. He wanted to run away from this jail as soon as possible. As soon as he entered the jail, Morris started thinking of running away. Morris is locked in a cell by doing full checking from head to toe. A guard comes and says to Morris, "Welcome to Alcatraz," and the real story begins from here. Then suddenly a bell rings and all the gates of the cell open automatically. Officers call the prisoners out. The discipline of this jail is also very strict. Prisoners have to follow the rules of cleanliness and going to the cell on time. Everyone comes to the line to have breakfast in uniform. There is a prisoner named Litmus in front of Morris. Morris asks, "I didn't get a thorn. How will I eat noodles now?" Litmus tells him, "This is not your house. Eat what you have got." Then a dangerous prisoner named Wolf starts teasing Morris. Every prisoner was fed up with Wolf in the jail. He used to do whatever he wanted on every prisoner here. And there are also a lot of rape cases on him. More than one dangerous prisoner is kept in this jail. Here, Litmus asks Morris for some food, and in the meantime, Morris gives him his plate. When Morris looks from under the table, he finds out that Litmus himself is not eating food, but he is giving it to the rat. At night, a guard takes Morris to the warden. When Morris reaches the warden's office, the warden tells Morris that, "I know you are very sharp-minded and very intelligent, but what is the use of all this here? Because so many people like you came and went here, but no one was able to escape from here. Prisoners follow very strict rules here. Only once in 2 months can someone come to meet you, and even if my mood is good. The warden is a very strict person who gives very strict punishment to the prisoners. The warden says, don't even think of running away from here, otherwise you will be cut into pieces." To which Morris replies, "No, sir. Who can think of running away from here?" But in fact, from the first day, the planning of running away from here had begun in Morris's mind. During this time, Morris sees the opportunity and steals the warden's nail cutter, which was a very small thing, but Morris knew that in a jail like Alcatraz, even this small nail cutter can be used for a very big job. As soon as Morris comes back to the cell, he hides this nail cutter in the Bible. The next day, the wolf in the bathroom starts bothering Morris again, but this time Morris was not going to leave him. Now Morris shows his real form and catches him and beats him a lot. After beating the wolf, now Morris has a different rank in the entire jail. Everyone was afraid of Morris. After this, Morris is given work in the library. There he meets a man named English. He is the senior prisoner of this jail. English was also sentenced to life imprisonment. He had spent half his life in this jail. He is familiar with every nook and cranny of this jail. He knows everything about the jail. He also knows that this morning there was a fight between Morris and Wolf. He gives some books to Morris, which Morris has to send to every prisoner's cell. In the next scene, he shows an open place where the prisoners are playing some game. Then he meets an artist named Doc, who is making his own painting. Doc is a very simple and decent person who has been serving a sentence here for many years. He was very fond of painting and spent most of his time in painting. Doc said that anyone can go crazy, but because of his painting, his mind is still working normally. Morris asks Doc, "Why is this flower in this painting? There's nothing like that in your shirt." Doc says that this is my happiness, which is only in the painting, not in my mind. After that, when Morris looks to his right, he sees English on top. Morris goes towards him. When Morris goes near him, his disciples stop Morris. Then English signals that he is his own man. Let him come. Morris goes to him and sits and immediately teases his heart. Morris tells him that you will help me. Hearing this, English laughs. "Look, son, this is not just a jail. This is our grave." If we have to get out of here, we will have to die first. Then our dead body will be able to reach the graveyard. Even if you climb these big walls and then cross the dangerous forces, and with some magical power, you can escape from the hundreds of guards here and even get out of the jail. You will not be able to escape from here because the sea will stop your way ahead. So don't waste time and quietly cut the punishment. At least you will be alive." But Morris was sure of his intention. He wanted to escape from this jail at any cost. That night, an officer tells Morris that you have been given the job of carpentry from tomorrow. You will also be given 50 cents per hour. Morris immediately agreed to this job because he felt that he could get a tool there that could help him escape. The next day, Morris asks Litmus the way to escape from here.
Litmus says, "This is very easy. There's an air vent in every cell. You can reach the roof through it. You may be able to escape from there." And Morris leaves smiling. Then Doc warns Morris that the wolf is coming towards you. Then the wolf comes to Morris with a knife. Morris wraps his coat in his hand and starts fighting with him. In the meantime, a guard comes to stop him and also attacks the wolf guard with a knife. Now the situation gets worse, and the guard of the watchtower starts shooting. Then Morris and Wolf stop fighting. Morris did not know that there was a guard on the watchtower too. He now notices everything about this jail one by one. Morris and Wolf are taken to the guard's D block, where prisoners are kept in the dark and tortured all night. This was a cell where no prisoner wanted to go. Before leaving, Wolf threatens Morris that, "Son, your death will be in my hands." That night, Morris has to endure all kinds of tortures, which makes his condition very bad. After staying in this dark cell for 2 weeks, he is brought back to his cell, where Litmus sends a note to Morris in which it is written, "Welcome back, Morris." One day, a new prisoner named Charlie comes and is kept in the cell near Morris. Morris and Charlie soon become friends. Then Morris introduces him to his other friends. At the same time, the warden checks every prisoner's cell without telling anyone. When he goes to Doc's cell, there are many paintings made by him. The warden is surprised that his paintings are increasing day by day. Doc has also made a painting of the warden. Looking at him, the warden begins to smile but does not know why. The next day, the warden orders the guards to throw out all the paintings made in Doc's cell. This decision of the warden completely broke Doc from the inside because Doc was alive only with his painting. He loved every painting he made because here he had only one happiness, and that too was taken away from him. Morris explains to him that no problem, it was just a painting. You can make more. But Doc could not get out of this shock. The next day, Morris tells the guards to keep an eye on Doc. He looks very worried. What if he hurts himself? Then the guard tells Morris to mind your own business. Doc is also given the job of a carpenter with Morris. Then Doc hides something in Morris's pocket. After that, he calls a guard and cuts his 3 fingers with the axe given for carpentry and says that I don't need the fingers with which I can't paint. Saying this, he starts screaming. Then the guards take him away. Morris sees that Doc has put the same flower in his coat with which he had made his painting. Maybe he wants to tell Morris that these people took my happiness away from me. Morris picks up Doc's cut fingers and puts them in a box and tells the guard to give it to his warden. He will be very happy to see it. The next day, Morris is sitting in his cell. Then he sees that a cockroach is going inside the air vent, which makes him realize that there must be a way out of here. In the meantime, English comes and tells that Doc cut his own fingers because he was denied the permission to paint. That's why he was annoyed and cut his fingers. Knowing this, Morris gets very angry. The next day, in the dining hall, the warden asks Morris that why are you supporting this Doc so much? He says that there is nothing like that. Saying this, Morris goes back to the table and sits down. There he meets 2 brothers, John and Clarence. But Morris talks to them as if he already knows them. John and Clarence are actually in the gang of Morris in some other jail. John now found it easy to escape from the jail because these 2 brothers were as sharp-minded as Morris, and now they were planning to escape from the 3 jails. In the afternoon, Charlie's girlfriend comes to meet him. On the other hand, English's daughter comes to meet him. As soon as English sees his daughter, tears come to his eyes because his daughter had grown up in his absence, and English was very sorry that he could not see his daughter's childhood. On the other hand, his wife tells Charlie that your mother is very sick, and doctors say that she will not survive more than a month or two. Hearing this, Charlie also starts thinking to escape from Alcatraz. And in the meantime, the guard comes and says that the time to talk is over. Now Charlie is very upset. That night, he tells Morris that if you make a plan to escape from here, then include me too. The next day, Morris, Charlie, John, and Clarence have a meeting. Then Morris tells them that the air vent opens up on the roof, and the second thing is that this place is in the middle of the sea filled with salty water, which has weakened the walls. I have a nail cutter, and I have already started digging. If I dig little by little and make a small tunnel and reach the roof, then after checking this place, I will know how to escape from here. John asks that if the guards find out that you are not in your cell at night, will they not be suspicious? Then Clarence tells that I have the solution to this problem. He says that there is a barber of my identity who cuts the hair of prisoners. He can supply us hair, and by using it, we will make a dummy head and lay it on the bed. After that, if we come out of the wall tunnel and are on the roof above, then the guards will not be suspicious because they will have a fake head on our cell bed.
But the matter was still stuck there that we will get out of jail, but how will we cross the sea? Morris tells John that I will need your help in this. You work in the closing department. There you will get the raincoats made by the guards. Then you steal some raincoats and give it to me. We can make a tube boat and life jacket from it and cross the sea. Here Charlie says, "Brother, give me some work. I also want to help you guys." Morris tells Charlie that when I dig a ventilation net, then you guard so that no guard sees us. And when you dig, then I will guard. Everyone likes Morris's plan and starts working that night, but the nail cutter was too small to dig the wall, which Morris had to put a lot of effort into, and Morris was having a hard time digging the wall. He got a small one somewhere in his hand, but he slowly starts digging that hole. The next day, he tells his friends at the table that I need a big tool for digging. It is very difficult to... Then Morris saw a spoon in his hand and got an idea in his mind. He deliberately rubs the spoon on his shoes and makes it dirty. After that, Morris called the guard and said, "This spoon is dirty, give me another spoon." The rest of the people also requested the guard to change their spoon. The guard did not find any problem in this, and he immediately allowed the spoon to change. After which, he goes straight to the table where another security guard is sitting on the seat. But as soon as he starts changing the spoon on the table, John got the guard there in trouble. Taking advantage of this, Morris picked up 2 spoons instead of 1 and hid one in his pocket. After which, he goes straight to his cell. At night, English comes to give him a book, so Morris asks, "Will I get any welding equipment here?" English understands that Morris still has the ghost of running out of jail on his head. He says that I have already told you that your effort will be in vain because you will be caught, and maybe you will lose your life. I never thought of running away in all these years because I know it is impossible. But if you are stubborn, what can I do? Try. But Morris does not care about his warning. The next day he asks Litmus for a match and says that if you help me, then I will give your mouse's share of food every day. Litmus is happy and agrees to this deal because Litmus liked the mouse very much. That same night, Litmus gets Morris to pass his match. Morris takes out a handle of the nail cutter, which he is going to make a small bowl out of. Then he breaks the spoon and connects it to the handle of the nail cutter. Then he runs the match and welds both well and prepares a pointed tool. Then he starts digging around the vent. Charlie guards. If a guard comes that way, he will immediately whistle and give a signal to Morris. But while guarding, Charlie's eye gets hurt and then a guard comes there. But fortunately, at the right time, English came in between and distracted that guard. And on the other hand, listening to English, Charlie's eye also opened. But in tension, he couldn't even whistle. After which he drops something, so Morris, understanding his sign, covers the vent and lies on the bed. The guard asks, "Is there a smell of burning here?"
Morris says, "Sir, you have the courage to live that someone will smoke. I don't smell anything. The guard also gets a cold that someone at least respects me." As soon as he leaves, Morris digs concrete around the vent. But he sees that the ventilation is also pierced with a net, which will require a sharp tool to cut. During this time, whenever Morris gets a chance to go out, he quietly drops the cement coming out of the grill. The next day, while working as a carpenter, he picks up a metal that is sharp like a knife. But Charlie tells him that how will you take it out from the metal detector? Morris says with great confidence that I will see all that. When Morris goes out, the metal detector starts ringing at the door. Actually, Morris had picked up the metal in his hand. The guard asks, "Why are you taking it?" Morris says, "Sir, I thought I would use it." The guard says, "Don't be too smart and give it to me." Saying this, the guard takes the metal from him and lets Morris check it completely. But our hero is hero. Actually, he had stolen 2 metals. One was in his hand and the other was hidden in his shoes. He cuts the grill with that sharp metal. Now it's time to make a fake head for this, all 4 of them do their job. Charlie asks the guard for some paint. He says to the guard that I like to make art. The guard does not refuse and the paint brings it to him. Morris grinds the concrete taken out of that hole and makes a powder. He collects hair from John Nye's shop and collects old books from Clarence's library. After collecting all the stuff, Morris uses water and old magazines to make a dummy head. He puts paint and fake hair on it and makes a real-looking fake head. At the same time, Morris made a fake cardboard to strengthen his plan. No one will be able to doubt that someone has made a tunnel. One night, Morris decided to go up alone. For this, he put his fake head on the bed and covered it with a blanket to the neck. Then he comes out of the tunnel and climbs up slowly by holding the pipes. On the other side, Charlie is guarding outside. After reaching the roof, Morris sees that there is an iron grill above which he cannot reach even by jumping. In the meantime, a guard comes and asks Charlie that, "Why are you painting so late at night? And why did your friend Morris sleep so early today?" Charlie says that, "Yes, sir, today Morris was tired of doing carpentry work, so he slept early." Suddenly, his stick falls down. While picking it up, he sees that Morris's hair is looking very strange. Now Charlie starts shivering out of fear that today he went out of work. The guard puts his hand inside Morris's cell and touches his hair. Then Morris asks, "What happened, sir? Are my hair so beautiful?" Luckily, at the right time, Morris came down and lay there. The next day, Morris tells his companions that there is a way on the roof, but it is tied with a grill, and that grill is at a very high height. I need the help of another companion. Then John says that I have completely dug my vent. Tonight I will also reach there. Both will open the grill together. That same night, Morris and John reach the roof through their vents. John picks up Morris and holds Morris's grill. John sees that this iron grill is very strong and it has been welded completely. There is only one way to remove it, and that is to cut it with a drill machine. The next day, everyone in the music class is playing their own instrument. Then Morris's eye falls on a small fan, which Morris thinks that he can work on it and make a drill machine. For this, he tells Charlie that somehow hide this small fan from here. Charlie easily hides this small fan in his instrument box.
When Charlie comes out, the guards also check his instrument box, but they do not see the fan, and Charlie is allowed to go. As soon as the fan touches Morris's hand, Morris starts working on it, and after many hours, Morris makes a drill machine from that fan. That night, Morris and Charlie climb on the roof and start cutting that iron road with a drill machine. The sound of the drill machine was very loud, and the guards start coming up hearing the sound of the drill, but by then Morris cuts a road of the grill and the sound of the drill stops. After the sound of the drill stops, the guard ignores him and goes back. Now these 4 had opened all their ways to escape, after which they were going to escape from the world's most secure jail, Alcatraz, on Tuesday night, from which no one had been able to escape until today. The next day they meet again, and they are also in the movie hall where everyone is watching the movie. In the middle of the movie, Morris asks John and Clarence if your vent is ready and what happened to those raincoats with which we were going to make tube boats and life jackets.
They say that everything is ready, our dummy head is also ready, just waiting to escape. The next morning during breakfast, Morris put the flower given by Doc on the table. When Warder saw this flower, he came to his table and crushed the flower. Litmus gets very angry seeing this because this flower was Doc's favorite and Doc was dead. Litmus attacks him in anger that you killed Doc and you aren't even leaving a small mark on him. But as soon as he attacks the warden, he gets a heart attack and he falls down. Morris gets very angry at the warden, and the four decide to escape that night. Morris is waiting for the midnight so the guards are a little weak, then we will be able to escape easily. At that time, English gives him some books in Morris's cell, so Morris says that I want to shake your hand for the last time. English understands that Morris has made a sure plan to escape from here. He quietly leaves here, but what happens next Morris had not thought at all. Warden suddenly comes to check on Morris as if someone had told the warden about his plan. Morris gets very nervous because after so many months of hard work, his hard work was going to be ruined. The warden ordered to check every corner of Morris's cell. The guard checks everything in Morris's cell, but Morris was not an ordinary prisoner that he had made a small plan, but he had made a clean and perfect plan that not only the warden, but also the warden's grandfather could not catch him. Even when the guard removed the suitcase from the special place where Morris had made a tunnel to escape, Morris was not caught there either because he had already made a fake cardboard and fitted it very finely in the wall. When nothing was found there, the warden and the guard left, but the guard says that Morris and Charlie keep talking all night. I feel something black in the cell, so they won't be able to talk together. The next day at breakfast time, the wolf threatens Morris again and tells him that tonight will be your last night. Morris tells his companions that this doggy is right, tonight will be my last night here. But in the afternoon, the wolf goes to attack Morris with a knife, then English comes in the middle and catches the wolf. Actually, English also wants to help Morris, whether he is successful or not, but English wants to help Morris. That night, Morris, John, Clarence, and Charlie decided to go out of their vent and meet up on the roof. Here, Charlie agrees to run with his companions, but then as soon as he reaches the cell, he starts getting scared. Sitting alone in the cell, he decided not to join the plan, and his other three companions go out of their vent. After a long time, when they think that Charlie will not come, they decide to leave Charlie. The three of them to their plan, but here, in front of Charlie's eyes, his dream of freedom was fading away. The three of them slowly started running away from the searchlight. In this way, they secretly reached the end of the building. Then sitting in the cell, Charlie gets excited and he also decides to run away. He gets out of his vent and reaches the top of the roof, but it was too late because he was not able to reach that door up there alone. That is, he lost his chance of freedom due to fear. On the other hand, the three hang from the pipe on the roof and come down to the ground and escape the eyes of the security guard sitting in the tower and reach the last wall of the jail, and then the three of them climb the wall of the fence and come out of the jail. Now the three of them quickly came to the shore of the sea, then the three of them took out the raincoat and started filling it with air through the mouth. It took them a long time to fill it with mouth, but apart from this, they had no other way. That's why the three of them put their whole life and finally blow the tube boat made from raincoat and put the boat in the water. In this way, the three of them Alcatraz in the soil. The next morning, a guard checks every cell. In the beginning, the guard sees everything normal, but when they reach Charlie, Charlie stands like a ghost in his cell and taunts himself in his heart that if he had gathered a little courage last night, he would have escaped with the rest of the people. The guard asks why your friend is sleeping so loudly, but there is no answer from Morris, so the guard gets angry and he opens the cell and tries to pick it up by holding it with his hair, but when the guard pulls it up strongly, the head falls down. Seeing this, the ground crumbled under the feet of the guard because Morris is now enjoying the outside world, not in the cell. He had left his dummy head on the bed, after which the whole Alcatraz starts playing the siren. The whole thing spread in the jail that some prisoners have escaped from the jail, after which the warden starts looking for the three of them in every nook and cranny of the jail. When the three of them are not found in the jail, the warden runs a search operation in the sea. The warden doesn't believe that the three of them have escaped. He thinks that all three of them must have died in the water, but inside the warden knew that the three of them were very strong. Those three must have crossed the water of the sea and are now breathing freedom. The officers from the headquarters from the warden are raising questions one after another. Were you sleeping when the three of them escaped? The warden is very tense, but only then does the warden get the same favorite flower of the doc, which means that Morris also wanted to take revenge from the warden. Then the head of the search team comes and tells that the head has been searched everywhere, but his body has not been found. Now the warden tells him to write the report as I say, write that the 3 of them tried to escape, but the 3 of them drowned in the water and died. But no one believed this, after which Morris Alcatraz became famous all over the world in the name of genius. 1 year of this incident, Alcatraz jail was closed because there was no guarantee that no one could escape from here. In this way, the film made on the true story ends. If you like the video, then subscribe to our channel and share the video.